until that day when all are one. Autobots, transform and roll out!
Hi everybody. Boy, where was I for 6 months? Well, I was busy getting excited with Godzilla and DreamWorks Dragons, but now I have here the deluxe class Transformers Age of Extinction Scorn. Now, I am not really a fan of Michael Bay's Transformers, but when I found out my favorite dinosaur became a Dinobot, I just had to get the only one at my local toy store. On the back of the box it says, Scorn has the jaws of a dino and the personality of a tank. He's a rumbling, thundering warhammer on legs, and the fact that his tail becomes a spear. So, without further delay, let's take a look at Scorn the Spinosaurus. The beast mode, obviously, is a Spinosaurus, and a good one at that. For me, this actually fits more in line with the looks of, say, Cybertron or Prime instead of Bay's movies. The red and orange color detail looks good, and the mold detailing is impressive, especially in the spines, teeth, jaw, and tail. The figure of the Spinosaurus is also well proportioned, even if the spines are a bit too high and are unable to expand to the tail and head, although considering the transformation, that is unavoidable. In terms of posability, the lower jaw can move all the way down, and the neck is also very articulate. The arms are on ball joints. You can turn, move, and twist the tail in various positions, depending on whether you have it pointing upward or downward, and the legs are also on ball joints. The tail also has a nice little holding spot for his sword. For a Transformer, the leg articulation is impressive, but it is still limited due to the flip joints against the Spinosaurus's hips. Speaking of legs, it can be easy for the figure to fall down in this form considering the tail, legs, and overall balance. You can flip the middle toe of the dinosaur back to make it much more easy to stand, but that is not the way it is supposed to be. It is really just supposed to be used for the transformation. Technically, the knee joints can be stretched, but then again, that is for the transformation only. And it just makes the spinal look kind of odd. Regardless of some limitations, you can get this thing in a lot of cool poses. One thing this Dinobot is good at doing is hiding the robot mode, except for the robot head, which is clearly visible hiding in the Spinosaurus's main body, though there is a nice silver Autobot symbol below it. The only other problem I have with this mode is that the chest piece doesn't exactly peg in that well with the rest of the body, and it can be easy to detach if you play with the arms too much. Other than that, this is a really good looking Spinosaurus. With this beast mode, does any other Dinobot ring a bell when it comes to how this is set up? Oh yeah, Beast Wars Megatron. As usual, forgive my sloppy transformation on camera, but if you need help with the process, just think of Beast Wars Megatron. First, separate the spines and rotate them back. The legs bend out after you pull down the joints that overlap the hips, and the middle toes bend backwards. Then, rotate the body so that it is facing forward, make sure the shoulders are facing upward, and place the lower jaw as far back as possible. Pull the hand out from the top of the dinosaur head. Pull the robot head up from the body, and make sure the chest with the hands are in the back, and the hands are pointing down. You can also spread the sides of the legs out to make them seem wider. This robot mode also looks good, and again, screams Beast Wars Megatron. The spines actually look cool, acting sort of like a cape, and the same color scheme is present as well. The tail also forms a fairly menacing blade arm, and the other hand may be a bit too small in comparison, but at least the Energon sword fits well in it. The legs are also better in this mode, with the middle toe serving as nice ankle joints. You can also bend the knees more and twist the legs better, leading to some other cool poses. The arms also have their share of joints, but the Spinosaurus head hand can get annoying to get in a cool pose. One big issue is the robot head. It can rotate full 360, but it seems that there are only two main positions you can get it in, looking down or looking up. You can get it in a position where it is looking straight ahead, but you need to be slow and careful with your fingers. If you ask me, there should be no lock positions whatsoever. In the end, I would display this thing in its beast mode, because I am a huge fan of Spinosaurus, and the fact that this is just a cool-looking Dinobot. While it does have some problems here or there, this is still a great Transformer with good looks, an impressive amount of posability, and a nice accessory. If you can find this at your local toy store, get it. For the record, I will see Age of Extinction only if Scorn is really in the movie.
Support Cybertron. Subscribe.